Hello, my name is Alan Sun. I'm an IT consultant and web technology expert. Today we are going to be talking about website domains, what they are, how to get one, and what you can do with them. A simple definition of a domain name is another word for a web address. For example, google.com is a domain name. Other examples of domain names are bbc.co.uk and the website you're looking at right now. If you look up above in the address bar, you'll see a domain name. The only way to register and start using a domain name is to use a service of a domain name registrar. The domain name industry is regulated and overseen by ICANN, the organisation that is responsible for certifying companies as domain name registrars. In the UK, Nominet is the main domain name registrar. All companies wishing to become registrars need to register with Nominet. So if you want to buy a domain name, you can go to one of the major domain name registrars. In the US, GoDaddy is extremely popular, and in the UK, 123reg is another popular domain name registrar. Although GoDaddy and 123reg are some of the most popular domain name registrars, I recommend that you shop around to see if you can get a good deal. The only thing you need to remember is that you have full control over your domain name. Just make sure that you have complete DNS control and that you are the registered owner of the domain. If a web designer registers the domain on your behalf, ensure that they register it in your name and not their name. A common problem I see a lot is that a web designer will register the name in their own name and not their client's name, and this can cause problems later down the line because the client is not technically the legal owner of that domain name. You need to ask yourself, what if your web designer passes away or the company goes bankrupt or something? So just always make sure that you protect yourself and ensure that you're the legally registered owner. Okay, so let's say you're a new business or you've just created a brand new product. Well, now you need to actually find a good name. You may have one already in mind, but it may not be available. So there are a couple of things you should keep in mind when choosing a domain name. You want to make sure that it's short, it's easy to remember, it's easy to spell, that they have a .com name available. Always get the .com name, and if you can buy the other one, so .co.uk and the one of your country, that would be and the other countries you're targeting, that's a good idea too. Make sure it's brandable and make sure it doesn't contain any hyphens or numbers. This can get really confusing. If you're still struggling to actually find a domain name, there are a couple of tools you can use. One is called domainspot.com, and just to name a few others, you've got Domainar, Dotomator, Bust-A-Name, Domain Tools, Domainize, Squirrel, DNScoop, Stuck Domains, Nameboy, Dio, Ajax Whois. There's loads of them, all these tools. Just do a search on Google and I'm sure you'll find a bunch of them that will help you find a domain name. Now you've decided on your domain name, you may have the question how long to register it for. The minimum amount of time you can register a domain name is for 1 year. However, I recommend doing it for a minimum of 2 years. And also bear in mind you may get deals and discounts if you register the domain name for longer. So now you've finally bought your domain name. You can now set up your email accounts and your website with your domain name. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, please share it with your friends using the buttons below or leave a comment. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and YouTube. Be sure to check out our other videos on YouTube and on our blog. And I look forward to seeing you next time.